Cult5ive, why in 2025 do you drop music on SoundCloud? I'll tell you why. It's very simple actually. So to start, I don't just drop music on SoundCloud. I drop music on all platforms actually, even YouTube. The reason why I drop music still in 2025 on SoundCloud is because I like releasing music everywhere. I don't like just dropping music on Spotify, Apple Music, or any of those other platforms. I like dropping music still on SoundCloud. First of all, that's where I found a lot of the artists that I listen to now. I found them on Spotify, but they started releasing music on SoundCloud. And as an artist myself, I also wanted to release music on SoundCloud. And the difference between what you hear on my Spotify versus what you might hear on SoundCloud is I have a load of different tracks that I have on SoundCloud versus what I have on Spotify. My SoundCloud tracks are actually some of my older ones. I started releasing music on SoundCloud before I dropped music on Spotify, because that was where I figured I would be able to release music freely and be able to release music as I pleased starting out on SoundCloud. It wasn't until I signed to an independent label that I was able to release music on major platforms, so it was just what worked out for me. A gigantic reason also is I have variety in the songs that I have on SoundCloud. You get my older tracks and you get a bunch of newer ones that are exclusive to SoundCloud. Nowhere else will you hear those specific tracks, and that's because I want to keep it like sacred, you could say, like special. The fact that I like to experiment a lot with the music that I make, and for those specific tracks that I have on SoundCloud, you can only hear them there. I like stepping into different genres, whether it be like old boom bap rap or jazz music or some experimental shit. I have an entire album on SoundCloud that's specifically that. I also still like releasing on SoundCloud because it's low key. No one really knows about it. And the deeper you get in with my music and the deeper you get in with listening to me and becoming a fan of mine, you get to see some shit if you go deep enough and explore enough, not just on my YouTube, but you find my music on SoundCloud and you develop yourself in a whole world of different shit that I do, and get to see and hear a whole different side of my music. Yes, given a lot of the tracks might sound different, might sound a little off in the quality, or might sound shitty to someone who doesn't care to take the time to listen to my shit. But for those who care to, and for those who actually want to give a fuck, they might hear it differently and find that it's really cool, the type of music that I have on SoundCloud. You know, if you're a big Cult5ive fan, you might see through the difference in audio quality and the difference in style that, oh shit, this is something really cool, and you as a fan of me might just end up liking that stuff more than you like my major platforms where I drop majority of my music. Another cool hit to that is I have different people who listen to my music in different places, and you might be one of the people who advocate more for me on SoundCloud, being that you might be someone who listens only to my music on SoundCloud anyways. For me, it's not about where I release music too much, but I like to release on SoundCloud still in 2025 because you never know who's gonna listen to your music, you never know where someone's gonna listen to your music, and so I release everywhere, but I still give love to SoundCloud because that's where I started. That's where my music I can be a little more experimental with and try different stuff out and just not really give a fuck about in terms of what I want people to hear. And it's definitely a side of people who would like that more than ones who listen to just my songs on major platforms.